I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. It's nothing. Extreme sorrow and pain. Father told me that, but in truth, I doubt the person you see before you now. As for your question, in its primitive, once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the loop, but it also becomes a tool that can change the entire... Yes, I have the ability to control the loop after all. That. I just wanted them to feel like as if... Why would I do something? But I had to know what it would be like if Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could I was curious, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds, after all, any chance at living, even the form you see before you. I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this, the loom of fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. His plan was to... He would then hand the... That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal. That's right. Because before you two entered that false location.
Traveler. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him given the tense situation. I'm sorry, Trap. I promise I'm not... Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. In the face of in any case. You remember my father, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my Hilichurl, to comfort me, that story, my goal was simple. To implant a specific in that memory. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the loom of fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The loom of fate, huh? Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just... You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves, even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Of course, that's only one example. My feelings... Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think first. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that... Wait. Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. It's just that, well, so there we were. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came, and after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now.